Okay, hello gear. Alright. Hello there. As usual, video mostly for myself to remember what I've learned, because my memory is shit. But if you find it useful, you're welcome. So, what I have here is my plugin, the perspective match, but this video is not about that plugin. So if I press this button and I press some shortcuts, you will see that I have a bunch of photos and they are all mapped correctly, etc. We will get to that at some point. There will be a separate video, but for now, let's look at that thing. So I have this mesh that I created for one of the walls, and if I go back to my camera and so you can see, you know, the whole thing matches really well, except for what's going on here. No, actually, yeah, it matches fine. So now my goal is to have texture for this mesh that will have nice layout, and it will have different faces projected mapped from different cameras and their respected images, background images. And this is the setup I have. So I have the mesh, this is the mesh, and I have subdivision with 6 and 6 with simple. It's important to have it render 6 because cycles will be used for baking, and it needs to be it needs to be subdivided because otherwise the texture mapping doesn't work well. So if I deselect optimal display, you can see that this is the density. Okay, so now the camera is correct, the mesh is correct with the camera. The important other thing is UV project, and I pointed to some UV map. It actually is not important, it's just important that there's two UV maps, I guess. And so this one is called UV map source, and you make UV maps here. You can make a new one, and this is the one that is currently activated. And there is also this one. Let's rename it to flat. Okay, so this one is activated, and there is UV project. Okay, and the second thing is it has an object, and the object is pointing to a camera. I already selected the camera, so the camera that I'm looking through right now. And also very important is that aspect ratio 3:4 is the one that I have of my image. So if you look at the my reference image, it's 3000 by 4000, so this is why this is 3:4. Okay, now if you look at the left, this is the UV editing, and it shows when I select this object, it shows it nicely projected. So basically the way I understand it, or I can explain it to you, so if I don't do that, you will see that UV maps are all over the place. And actually the standard way of doing it is you go to faces, you select everything, and then you do like U project from view, right? And then you pick that one. Right, actually works. Sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, so when you do that, you kind of hard code the UV map, and so now this UV map source has this, you know, presentation. But if I want to change it to a different camera, then I will have to do it again, which I don't want to do, in which case I'm using UV project. Oh, and also if I don't use UV project, then let's see what happens. If I go to textures, so all right, I forgot to mention, okay, let's go to that as well. In textures I have this current source material, which is this guy, and it points to the same image, 875, and it also uses the vector like UV map source. And currently I have this project modifier disabled, and I just did that thing, right, with the project from view, and the result is ugly stuff like that. So if I look this is not great. And the reason, because subdiv modifier that is needed for it to work properly is not kind of applied. So okay, let's quickly do one thing. So if I'll demonstrate. If I do apply, yeah, then, oh, it's supposed to work. All right, and then I will go back to my camera, and then I'll do, okay, I go to faces, select all faces, project from view. Oh shit. Okay, so if I do that, go back, and then look from one, look at that, it works. So the reason it works, because now it's subdivided. Okay, let's Command Z, Command Z, Command Z. Let's go back to having subdivision modifier. And so basically this UV project, it's doing the same thing. It's doing this step of selecting faces, looking through the camera, saying UV project, but it's doing it as modifier. And that's what this modifier is for. And so now if I apply it dynamically, then it is applied after subdivision, which means it will do that scaling thing. Basically, if you look at all those squares, they're all kind of proportionally scaled to the view, etc. Anyway, so that works, right? So now this mesh is projected, but I don't want that. I want to have single mesh, single texture with different faces projected from different cameras. All right, and for that, I found a way of doing it with single object, right? So there's a second object, but let's actually kill that object because I don't need that. All right, so how do I do that? Oh, and also ignore the fact that I have it in both object and data. Okay, so the way what we will do it is the following. Step number one, we make sure that our image 875 is packed. Okay, so it is packed, that's why it says unpacked. It is really important. It took me a while to find out. Let's fix that. Now the second thing is we will go to our modifier again. So this is the source, correct? The camera is correct. Let's just keep looking through that camera. The camera is correct. That means that the UV map will be dynamically applied through this map. Okay. And okay, we checked that. That's the image of the currently connected thing. Now, let's do it just for the door. Okay, so for that, we will look at our second UV map, this one, and we will look at the image that we have, and the image is empty, as I found out. Something happened and now it's empty, but that's why I'm starting from scratch now. Single image, no, I'm not sure what it's changing, but it's generated. Okay, now what am I showing? I'm showing the fact that this UV map is like UV unfolded like this, right? So I have the second UV map that's called flat, and it's connected here to new image, empty image. You can see here, and you can see this is flat. Now what I will do, I will, well, let's re-enable those things. I will take only those faces. Okay, actually I will deselect these three because they are outside, and from this view we won't see them. Did I do something wrong? I'm not sure. Let me remove that. Yeah, I did. Okay, I want that one. Okay, so these are the faces that I want to bake. Now what we do, we go to material first. Now I inverse selection and I select this empty material that I have and I press assign. Pretty much canceling all the other materials. Okay, now I do Command I again. I select this material and I select this one here, and this is important. So the object is selected. I'll actually go out of the object to object view. Oh, and that thing is also important. So I'll select that thing, and now I go to render. Okay, I go to render and I check that my render engine is cycles. I put maximum samples, one here and one here as well, because that is what needed. Then in my bake section I have emission, because my textures are emission. Above surface, importantly, select to active is deselected because I'm doing it within the object. And then also I put the 0 here and I unchecked clear image. Means I will be applying textures like face by face, essentially baking. Right, and here that disconnected texture image is selected, and if everything is correct, pressing bake will give us something. Hooray, look at that, it gave us this door. So if I deselect and how do I, yeah, regardless, so you can see the image, it has all this stuff. Basically now if I connect that to that, and yeah, so and I can go and mode all assign, you can see that everything is black, and only the now it's just going through that texture, right? Okay, so all right, so now to finalize it, let's pick a different phase and find a good camera and apply it from that good camera. For example, that face looks ugly because it was really bad from that view that I just did. Okay, so for that let's find a good camera angle. Okay, let's see, this is a good one. Yeah, okay, let's see if there is more. So 046 is our winner for now. Oh, this is even closer, so it's even better, 992. Okay, so this is the trick now. I need to change a couple things, bunch of things. All right, first I need to change the camera from being 275 to being 992. Oops, 992 camera. And second, I need to choose 992 here. Booms. And then I need to do image pack, which I've done before, so it's packed. Now if I look at my mesh, then I will see that now everything is projected from this camera, and it's all good. Okay, let's go back to our camera, and now I need to deselect inverse selection, assign empty material to everything. Well, yeah, that one is already assigned, so I'll keep that face. Now I'll go to my image. What do I do? Right, so I select this guy now. Let's show you where it will be. It will be here, but the active is still the source, right? Okay, so I select that, applied, backed, everything is fine. Let's go to render. Clear image is not 0 pixels. Let's just zoom in on this here and see if it's going to help. And we press bake and cross our fingers and nothing works because I didn't select an object and I'm still in object edit mode. So I select an object now and that one is selected, right? Okay, bake. Let's see. Hooray! It worked. And that's pretty much it. I think I will stop my rambling at this point. Let's just maybe just do all the faces so we can see, and we apply this texture and you can see. Oh, and I go to object mode and yay. So now I can keep going face by face. I can pre-apply the texture from different images and I will have the whole mesh covered. I should probably do a plugin for that. But that's pretty much it. That's the whole flow. Bye bye.